Mary coming from you from Kind Country Living. Today I will be sharing a banana pudding recipe that I haven't done in a while, but we're going to attempt to do it today. I already have all of my ingredients melted down in my medium saucepan today, just for the sake of time. But I'm going to tell you everything that you need to do. First, I'll do the ingredients that you'll need for this recipe. And it's a banana pudding recipe. The first thing you would need is 1 cup of sugar. You would need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You would need a 1/4 tablespoon of salt. You would need 3 eggs beaten. So what I mean about beaten, you need to take and put your eggs, crack them in a bowl, and kind of whisk them a little bit with a whisk or a fork. Beat them before you add it to the mixture. You will also need 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and you will need 2 cups of milk. And you can either use low-fat milk, you can use whole milk. I'll be using whole milk today because that's what I have. But I have did it with like skim milk, low-fat milk, just whatever type of milk that you have in your refrigerator. You also need 2 medium-sized bananas, and you would need about 40 vanilla wafers. And you also would need probably about 2 to 3 vanilla wafers crumbled for the top. And you will also need 1/4 of a cup of Cool Whip. I use the Cool Whip just because I don't put the meringue on the top. And also you would need 2 tablespoons of soft butter. So take your butter out a little bit when you're getting all your ingredients out. Let it sit out so to get like room temperature and be softer for you. Okay, so now we're going to get started and put this banana pudding together. I will have all the ingredients listed below. Okay, so we're going to get started. This is the mixture of and the way you do it, which I'll have all of this in the comments below, is in a saucepan. You're going to combine the 1 cup of sugar, the flour, and the salt, and the mixed up egg. You're going to have all that first, and you're going to stir it well. Then while you have it on your medium heat, you're going to add in your 2 cups of milk also. And then you're going to mix that up, and it's going to get real thick. And when it starts getting thick, you take it off of the low heat. And I did mine on low heat, probably about 10 minutes. And then you take it off the low heat, and that's when you're going to add the rest, the vanilla flavor, and the 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start this and get a large spoon. And the first thing I do, I put it into my dish. And you can use a medium-sized dish, small dish. You can make this as much as you want. You can make it small amount, large amount. It doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna slice my bananas real thin and put in a layer of bananas. I hope all of you all had a nice week this week. I hope all of you showed some kindness to someone. And on yesterday, I had some kindness shown to me by a total stranger. I was delivering something to a lady on yesterday, and it was several pieces, large box, some bags. And this young guy was standing outside, and he came up and he asked me, could he help me take the stuff upstairs, because the lady, she lived upstairs. And at first, my first instinct was, I wonder what he's up to. But then another instinct came to me, which I think it was the Holy Spirit, because I do believe in the Holy Spirit, came to me and said, he's just trying to show you some kindness. So, I, took his help, told him yes, he could help me, take the bags up the stairs. But actually, he took the big box, and I took the bag and we talked, and you know, we introduced ourselves, and he was just a nice young man, and he said some things about the Bible and meditation, and we just kind of had a nice little chat. And he did something kind for me, and it didn't cost him a dime. So it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. I'm gonna say that a lot in my videos, because I think we have got away from being kind to one another, and I think we can change the people in the world by just being an example and showing kindness to one another. And it just takes, you know, a couple of people, you know, showing kindness towards one another. And you just keep layering this on, and this is just the way it goes. You just keep putting the bananas on and the vanilla wafers. And you can put as many or as less as you want. You can kind of make it your own recipe. I'm just basically giving you the basics. You don't have to use 2 bananas if you're really not a banana person. You can use 1 banana. If you don't like a whole bunch of crackers in yours, the wafers, you can just use 20 wafers instead of 40. Because I didn't actually count out 40 wafers. I just poured some wafers in this bowl. But it's a nice, real easy recipe. And I bet you all saying, she made a dessert last week. Yeah, I did. But I want to share another dessert this week also. Some weeks it'll be a dessert. Some weeks it may be a main dish. Some weeks I may not even be in my kitchen. You just have to stay tuned to see. So subscribe to my channel so you can get that notification when I post a new video. I'm gonna try to do one. I'm gonna try to do one a week when times permits, and then as it go on, I may start doing more. So that's why I need you to subscribe, so you'll know when I post another video. So I'm gonna put a little bit more bananas in here. It wasn't quite 2 I had out. I had 1.5, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another one, so we can go ahead and fill this bowl up here. And if you would like to see me make different dishes, put it in my comments. And if I have a recipe or have done it, or can find a recipe, I will do it. I know y'all noticed that I use a lot of things that you already have in your pantry. I said that last week. I'm not a cook that likes to do a whole bunch of gourmet dishes or desserts. I like to use what I have. I like to use the recipes that my mom and my grandmother used. So it's just really country cooking. Because you know, back when I was growing up and my grandmother and mother was coming up, you used what you had. And that's what I've always done, is use what I had. I don't go out and buy a whole bunch of ingredients for recipes that I'm not going to use again, because to me that's just a waste of money, and I'm not the one to like to waste money. All right, I think I got enough on that. I'll put a few more crackers on it, and we're gonna go ahead and top off this banana pudding with some whipped cream. I'm gonna grab out my refrigerator here. And I just put this on with the little spatula here. And if you don't like whipped cream, you don't have to put whipped cream on it. You can just leave it as it is after you get done with the last topping of cookies or wafers, or whichever one you prefer to call it. I know different people have different terminology for different things. And it don't really take a lot to make this recipe. It's really easy and simple, but it's really good. Like I said, I hadn't made it in a long time. And you're gonna have to put this in the refrigerator 1 hour before you serve it. It's best if you make it like the night before, if you're gonna serve it, or a couple of hours before. I noticed that tastes better if you leave it overnight. Makes your cookies softer. Or your wafers. I keep calling them cookies, but they're wafers. And I really thank all of y'all for sharing my video last week and being kind to me. All right, I think I got it all covered. All right, and then I'll take the ones I have chopped up, already crushed, and just put it on top. And this is the way it looks once you get it all together. But due to time, I have one already mixed up here in the refrigerator. That I made. And it looks like this. It's the way it looks. And I'm gonna spoon me some out of here to show you how it looks when you put it in the bowl. Don't that look good? All right, and I'll taste it for you, but this is the way it looks. Delicious. Real good. Almost tastes as good as when my grandmother used to make it. Very good. So, like I said, I have all this in the comments below. Or if you didn't understand something about the recipe, send me a comment. If you want to, again, remember, it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. And I love you. Bye.